Hello everyone, my name is Eric Jones, better known as the Turf Teacher, and we're going to look at a PowerPoint presentation that I put together entitled YouTube for a Green Industry Business. Now, most of you have already experienced with YouTube, I'm assuming. If not recording lectures or recording videos of your crews out working, you've definitely used YouTube for as a search engine. You may have searched on how to change a belt on a mower or things of that nature, especially being in this business. But there's all kinds of information out there, especially on how to do it yourself videos. I know personally, I had the dryer belt break. I had to stop on the way home, pick up the belt at an appliance store, and went home and YouTubed the video on how to change my particular dryer, and it showed me step by step how to do it. It was a 5-minute video. I was done 30 minutes later, and it saved me a little bit of money instead of having to call out the appliance guy and have him do it. So YouTube is perfect for that. And I think as green industry professionals, whether we're landscape contractors, irrigation contractors, designers, and even maintenance personnel, we can use YouTube to really promote ourselves. And when I say promote ourselves, I like the idea that this gives us a chance to document what we do on a daily basis. And I think our customers and our potential clients, they want to see what we do as green industry professionals. Now, granted, they may not want to watch an hour-long lecture as you're watching right now, but they definitely would love to see, short tutorials on how to correctly prune an azalea, or how to correctly change out an irrigation head. Things of this nature, I think when we document it and we put our personal brand with the videos and people start recognizing us as our industry local experts at what we do, YouTube is perfect for pushing out that content. Now, YouTube is right on the heels of television and the number of hours watched a day. And recently I read an article that says that there's over 1.25 billion hours of television watched a day. So if YouTube is right on the heels of that, that means that YouTube is going to surpass television in the number of hours of watch. And I can see that so true with my children. They never watch cable TV or satellite TV. They're 99% of the time always on YouTube, and they're watching YouTube on their cell phones. They have a smart TV in their room. They could watch the app on the television, but they'd much rather lay in the bed and be on their cell phones watching YouTube. If they're not on YouTube, they're watching something like Netflix or one of those shows, but they never ever watch regular television. So, YouTube's definitely going to surpass it here in the near future with the amount of youngsters that are doing the same thing. And I know my wife, she likes to lay in bed, and she's a Facebooker. She's not much for YouTube, but her rest and relaxation is laying in the bed, getting on FaceTube. And the good thing about that, she's always pointing out, hey, check out this landscape company's Facebook page. So she's finding that stuff and finding that information for me. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started with the lecture. And so, what type of social media do you usually think of when it comes to small businesses? Now, just step back, think about it. What platforms are you using? Most of you are probably already on Facebook with your company. And if not your company, you're definitely got a personal profile set up on Facebook. Whether or not you're active on it or not, you've probably at least set it up. And with my students at the college, they're all about social media. So 100% of them are on the platforms that I use, and we teach that in the marketing class here at the college. And then also with the seminars that I go to, there's usually about 15% of the crowd that, the group of contractors that I work with that are actively using social media a day. And that number kind of surprised me. I'd love to see those numbers going up, because when it comes to the green industry, I think that we're still at that land grab stage. I mean, all this social media is still available to us, and we're not taking fully fully advantaged of it. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied, but we're not taking advantage of it. So we need to grab these social media names and start promoting our businesses. And YouTube is one that we can really use to document what we're doing today. So what other types of social media? Well, like I said, Facebook. We've all probably got that personal profile page, and then we've got the business page. I have my personal profile, Eric W. Jones. From my personal profile, I was able to set up my turf teacher page. So facebook.com/turf teacher is my turf teacher page. And we also do the Jones Strawberry Farm on Facebook, and that has been such a big help for us with marketing the Strawberry Farm. And then we're really going to market hard the YouTube videos with the Strawberry Farm this year. You know, picking season's just around the corner. We're looking at picking probably in the next couple weeks, so we'll have some YouTube videos up with that. But other social media, Twitter was one of the first ones around. You know, it started out small, it got big fairly quick. You know, we started out with 140 character tweets. Now you're up to like 280. You can add pictures, you can add video, hashtags on Twitter. And what I like using Twitter for is to follow industry professionals or industry consultants. I like following the chemical manufacturers and the fertilizer brands that we use in our landscape company. So I'm getting a lot of information and a lot of content from Twitter. Now, am I actually getting customers from Twitter? Probably not. Not even landscape companies, not even students at the college are not following me on Twitter. And, you know, very few landscape contractors in my seminars are using Twitter. But I still think it's good to follow some of these industry pros out there, because we can get some good information from them. Another platform that I really like is Instagram, and I have a whole lecture on Instagram, just like I do Snapchat. But for us being in the green industry, I think that YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, and Instagram are our big ones, because everything that we do is 100% visual. And when we can document visually what we do for our clients, it is perfect advertising. And the best thing about all this social media, guys, it doesn't cost you a dime except your time. And I know that we are strapped for time, but there are apps out there and software programs that can help us do our post. We can set it up at night where it posts out throughout the day. And in my Instagram and social media investment lecture, we talk about, you know, how many posts that we should make a day, and that can eat up some time. Yes, it can. But I met a contractor in a seminar a couple weeks ago that they give their crew leaders cell phones that has access to the company's Facebook page. So throughout the day, he's having different crews go Facebook Live or posting pictures throughout the day. That is absolutely genius, and from my point of view, to allow your crew leaders to be able to make posts to the company Facebook page, because everything is visual, and homeowners love seeing the things that we do. This particular company does a lot of outdoor kitchens, so they're doing hardscapes, they're doing kitchens, they're doing trellis work, things that are just so visual that people love seeing it. And so those are our main social media platforms we should be on: YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. And when it comes to YouTube, documenting what we do and promoting it the way that we should is going to help us get our information out there. Now, I've been asked before, it'd be awesome if we could be on, one of the satellite TV channels, but there's so many people that are doing that already, and nobody's going to be able to find you on channel 42, 44 on satellite TV at 10 o'clock at night. You know, they're not going to take the time to even find you on the TV, but they will pick up their phones and they will go to YouTube site and type in your company name and pull up what you're doing. It's a lot easier. It's the convenience that people have, and we have the means to push our information and our brand in front of them. And YouTube is a good way to do it. So, what is YouTube? It is a video platform. It's strictly just going to allow us to take videos. We're not going to be able to post pictures or anything like that. Be careful though, and make sure that your Google Plus profile is beefed up too, because it's connected. Google owns YouTube. And so make sure that you do have your Google profile set up nice, that all the information's there, your contact information, a good profile pic, if it's not your company logo pic, and make sure that it looks very nice. But with the video platform, it's going to give us an opportunity to record a video and post later, as I'm doing right now. I'm actually recording this video with Camtasia software, and it allows me to save it to YouTube. So I'm not YouTube live. I'm actually recording this lecture and then posting it to YouTube. All of my lectures are posted to YouTube, whether it be for Turf Teacher or for the college. I'm using YouTube as my video platform. Now, with YouTube, you're able to go YouTube Live. And this is something that they've added recently. So you could be on a job site and something's really looking good. You're proud of your crews. They're installing a nice hardscape, or they're doing a large irrigation system, and you want to go live for a little bit, and you just want to talk about the job. So you can turn your phone around, point it towards your crews, and you can talk about what's going on at the job site. It's just like going Facebook Live. You can do that with YouTube now. You can go Instagram Live as well. But YouTube is still out there for the grabs. I think we need to do it. You can save that live video, then post it to your page later. Save that video, then upload it, or go ahead and have it linked to your Facebook and your Twitter, and it'll automatically go to those platforms as well. So a lot of great things that we can do with YouTube. I've kind of come up with a little scenario that I'm going to be implementing in the near future that's going to help me market the Turf Teacher and actually help me market our landscape business, and that we're going to start doing short 5 to 10 minute videos each day, and each day of the week we've come up with different topics. Mondays, I want to talk about monocots. So we've come up with Monocot Monday, which we're going to talk about the different monocot plants. Tuesdays, we're going to talk about turf. So we're going to have Turf Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to start talking about weeds that are in the lawns. So we're going to do Weeds Wednesday. And then on Thursdays, we're going to talk about some of the beautiful trees that we see here in North Carolina. So we're going to have Tree Thursdays. And then on Fridays, we're going to talk probably a little bit about finance. So we'll have Financial Fridays, and just kind of helping contractors or answering questions for them when it comes to the finance or business side of their business. And then on Saturdays, we're going to start doing little social media Saturdays, which will just, a little bit of information for you guys to take a look at and kind of help you implement social media into your business. Now, still thinking about Sundays, or I'm thinking about maybe having a day off, but even my minister's like, well, what are you going to do on Sundays? So we maybe thought about Shrub Sundays. So 5 to 10 minute video clips that we're going to start implementing here in the next couple weeks that just gets people coming back to our YouTube channel. And that's what we want to do. And we want it to be something that's going to interest them and that's not going to take up too much of their time. Now, you start creating videos like this, which type of jobs that you're doing. I mean, I'm in the business of education and landscaping and irrigation. So I'm trying to push out double content for my students, for my contractors that take my seminars. I want to get good, valuable information, but I don't want to take too much of your time up. But just think about the mother who's sitting in a carpool line who really wants that nice deck or that nice patio built on the back of their new home that they've got. They're going to sit in the carpool line and they're going to start looking for this stuff. And if you're pushing out that content every day, you're going to be pushed to the front. YouTube's going to recognize that. If you use the correct words to identify it, and when you correctly name your videos, you can push all this content to the front. And these ladies are going to be sitting in carpool line thinking, whoa, well, they do such a superb job on hardscapes that we need to give them a call. And guys, YouTube is very social and it is very influential. It sets you apart from the contractors who don't have a YouTube page. And what it can do is make you the industry expert. The local industry expert is what you want to be, unless you want to go global. But I mean, you want to be known in your area as the industry expert. And what YouTube can do is make you that. Now, some of you may not be the camera type, and when I'm not talking about how you look when I say that, but some people just feel more comfortable in front of a camera or feel more comfortable taking selfies. And there's nothing wrong with taking a selfie with your job in the background and talking about it. You know, hey, we just completed this job here at Mr. and Ms. Smith's in downtown Raleigh. We're proud of this job. It was, we installed, 8 shade trees, 2 blooming trees, or whatever you're doing, whatever type of job you're doing. There's nothing wrong with doing that. But some of you may not want to be on camera. So have one of your employees do it. Have somebody that you would want to represent your company do it. I think people need to see that name, that face recognized with your company. So it can be very influential for you guys. You must have continuous content. Just like I said, I come up with that 5 to 10 minute video, and that we're going to start implementing every single day. So people that are interested in the monocots, they can come back to Monocot Monday and hear the new topic that we're talking about. If they want to hear about their turf, they'll come on Tuesdays, and hopefully that we'll have continuous involvement or engagement with people every single week when we put these videos out. And we're using it as a marketing tool. And I'm not using it to say hire us and get 10% off, or use our landscape design services and we'll give you 20% off, or our install, or however you market it, or you come up with your pricing. I'm not talking anything in our social media about price. All I'm doing is pushing content out there for people to see what we do and to educate them on what needs to be done in their yard. Then they're going to call us or contact us through the social media sites, and then we can start talking price. But all I want to do is push that little bit of free information for our potential clients and get them interested in what we do as a company. And we're using it for marketing. And you've got to push lots of video out there. So kind of do what I do. If you're in the irrigation business, what's wrong with Water Wednesday? Just doing a weekly topic about that. Or if you're doing podcasts, and podcasts, have a little, they've been around a while, but they're getting ready to take off full speed ahead. Voice is getting ready to be the new big thing in social media. I mean, look at Alexa voice skills, and everybody's getting those little boxes that they set by the bedside, and they say, Alexa, what's the weather today? All that's getting ready to take off. So have these videos. If you do the podcast, record your podcast, post it with you talking on YouTube, and then save your voice to put on your podcast later. So again, just use it, create lots of video, and come up with that schedule of content. I mean, you've got to create the schedule, and then you've got to stick to it. The worst thing you can do is to come up with something, do it for a little bit, and then just stop. People think you've disappeared or that you're no longer in business. And it's better not to use social media at all than to have it and not use it. So, but hopefully I can get you guys motivated and pumped and want to use social media in your business. Do a company profile video. I'm Eric Jones with Turf Teacher Incorporated. I've been a college professor now for 8 years. I was hired right out of active duty Army and got the teaching position. I grew up in the industry, worked for my parents all the way through middle school, high school, and came home on weekends from college. Studied landscape architecture in undergraduate. Got out, worked for my parents for a while, missed the military because I had some Navy time right out of high school, and joined the Army Reserve. So got activated, got hired by the college, come off active duty, and started teaching. So my company profile there, something short, sweet like that, add. People want to know how you got started because we all have unique stories and people love hearing that. Do weekly webcast or do daily podcast or webcast if you can. So it's totally up to you and your time, and if you've got people dedicated to help you. Now, I strongly believe this, that if you were to take some money aside, profits, to hire somebody to directly run your social media, your business would take off tenfold. I mean, people want to see it. And if you could hire somebody to do this just for a year, if you don't have the time yourself, because I know we wear many hats as business owners, but if you couldn't do the social media yourself, if you could hire somebody to actually run it for you, you could double the size of your business in a year. People want to see what landscape and irrigation contractors are doing. Come up with interviews of clients, or interview you yourself. Have an employee interview you the owner, or interview your staff. Hey, we've hired such and such, just graduated community college, or graduated with a 4-year degree in this. They're going to start doing this for us. Interview them. Let people, your clients and potential clients, know who's working for you. So there's all kinds of ideas to come up with content to push out to your YouTube. Now, remember, when it comes to time, if you post something to YouTube, you can automatically have it go to your Facebook and your Twitter page. So you're knocking out 3 platforms there with just one post. Include calls to action. And what we're talking about there on your YouTube page and in your videos, add your contact information. Give us a call, 336-414-9719, if you'd like for us to come by and give that free estimate. Seen the job here that we've done, the new hardscape installation. Our crews are just good at this. Give us a call, things like that. Or ask them to subscribe to your channel. You can add that little button, or show them where it's at on your YouTube page. Hey, subscribe to our channel. That way you get the updates. Soon as we post a video and you're subscribed to our channel, you'll be notified when we've put up a new video. And people are going to subscribe to it. I mean, I'm looking at YouTubers that my children follow, and they have 1 million subscribers. They look at crazy stuff, stuff that, well, it's not crazy. It's not crazy because it's not crazy to them. But stuff that I wouldn't follow. My little girls are looking at makeup, how to put on makeup. They're looking at how to make slime. I mean, that's their things that interest them now. The young lady that started a YouTube channel for making slime, was able to retire her parents because she had so many subscribers, and people started, paying her to come or to do advertising on her YouTube page. So, not only are you marketing yourself for the work that you do. But if you built up a good subscriber base, you might start getting people wanting to advertise on your page. I know landscapers now that have YouTube page that are being contacted by, you know, people that make weed eaters and blowers and even lawnmowers, wanting to send them the stuff, the equipment, at no charge, or have them go pick it up at a dealership, no charge, just so they can be filmed using their brand on their YouTube page because they have 1 million subscribers. I mean, it's advertisement for that company. So, but ask people to subscribe and ask people to share your videos. Again, if you put up a video and if you have 1,000 subscribers and they see it and you ask them to share it, and each one of them had, you know, 500 subscribers, look how many times your video would be pushed out there in the content that you're making. Monitor and respond. As your channel grows, people will respond and leave comments. You have to keep an eye on that. I have a ton of comments on my YouTube videos, and they're lectures here. Now, this one right here was going to be posted as unlisted, which means you're only going to be able to see it from the Moodle site or the Blackboard site. So, but if you're pushing out content and you're making it public, you're going to have people comment on it. And I've got a design video up that's probably last time I checked, 40-some thousand views and several comments on it. And there's going to be negative comments, and so you need to respond to those. If somebody, and you're going to get more positive feedback than negative. There's always going to be people out there looking just to say something mean, but what you do is you address it, and that gives you an opportunity to show people how you respond in a negative situation, because that shows good character. So always respond to the good, always respond to the bad comments, and don't wait forever, and don't make it like a canned pitch, or, you know, don't make it sound like it's a generated response. Tailor it to that person who made the comment on your video. Keep the momentum going, so you want to respond ASAP to those comments. And like I said, personalize it to each visitor. You know, if you see that their name's posted on it, if it was Eric Jones, you're going to say, hey, thanks for the comment, Eric. We'll take a look at that. Sorry you didn't like the video, but we felt like it showed what we do on a day-to-day basis. Or thank you for the positive feedback. It means a lot when you guys are commenting on our videos. You know, have a nice day. Simple stuff like that, but you want to keep it going. They might respond in return, and you're keeping that dialogue open, and you're keeping those customers coming back to your page. And like I said, again, no cookie cutter responses. Tailor it to each comment. Customize your channel. Use colors and images that represent your company. You know, my logo is my profile pic on Turf Teacher YouTube page. Put some links up, links to your website, links to your other social media, and then other information about your company, how to get in touch with you. Again, your logo, slogans, or other items, and then make sure that the viewers can subscribe to your channel. And that's all. Once you create your YouTube page, we're going to see how to do that, and I'll point out to where some of this stuff goes. It'll be a little easier when we see the screenshots that are in the lecture. Make sure you use thoughtful titles of videos. That's how YouTube uses it as a search engine. So if you're installing a hardscape or installing an irrigation system, you know, make sure that it's a catchy name and that it's about the work that you're doing. It is weighted heavily on YouTube, your titles, and make sure that it's not boring or non-descriptive. So you need to be able to come up with some catchy titles to help your videos. Category and tags. Upload a video and choose the category and enter the tags or keywords. You know, that's going to help get you pushed out there. I think there's 15 categories now that you can choose from, and it needs to, you know, it needs to be closely related to what you're doing. And we just have to to go in and they have a drop-down menu on the categories, and we just pick the one that best fits the type of job that we're doing. Most of ours are, on how-to stuff. But then enter tags or keywords that pertain to your video. There are 15 categories to choose from. And there are dozens of relevant tags, and use the tags that YouTube suggests. I mean, they're going to start recognizing the types of video. YouTube itself will start recognizing the type of work and videos that you post, and it'll suggest the tags to use to get you pushed out into the search engines. You need a great description of your video. It needs to be short but informative, and needs to be multi-purpose. So what you need to do is catch that viewer's eye with your description of the video. They're going to read what it's about before they watch it. And if you don't have that good, informative description, they might not even watch your video. So make sure you're telling them what it's about, short, concise, and very informative for them. Describe your video in 1 or 2 sentences using the keywords. A keyword would be landscaping, hardscape, irrigation, things like that that's going to pick up on it. And then include a link to your website or your blog. I know a lot of good landscapers we're doing weekly blogs where they're just writing about what they're doing and stuff. But the new term now that we're using is vlog. And YouTube, doing these YouTube videos can be your vlog. And they just substituted the B with the V for video. So you're doing a weekly vlog about your business, and you're a vlogger now instead of a blogger. Because I don't know, I still know some guys that are writing and ladies that are blogging weekly, but I think it's a lot easier. We're out in the field if we start vlogging. So collaborations. Viewers like to see who you're working with, and don't use your competitors. And guys, I use this word interchangeably. When it comes to competitors, everybody that's in the green industry that is licensed, has insurance, and is the true professional, you guys are my colleagues. And so I will collaborate with you. Another landscape or irrigation contractor, landscape architect, horticulture professional that is true to their industry, has the license, pays their taxes and insurance, you're my colleague. You're not my competitor. Competitors are the guys that are undercutting you, who are not licensed, who work for cash only. These are I call them competitors, but they're really not in competition with us. Homeowners might grab them because they are cheaper, but if I get in front of a client and one of you, who is my colleague, if I don't get the job, it's because they like you more. And I'm going to shake your hand and say, way to go, I'm going to get you on the next one. When you are my colleague, there's no competition. We're on the same playing field. And it comes down to who likes who better. And I get that. There's going to be homeowners that just feel more comfortable with you than they do with me, and vice versa. I'm not going to lose a job because of price. When I'm going up against you guys, my colleagues, we're professionals. We should be neck and neck when it comes to price. We should be neck and neck when it comes to marketing. It all boils down to who the customer feels more comfortable with. So I don't mind collaborating with you guys on YouTube or on any of the social media sites. Just don't go out there with the fly-by-nighter who started a landscape company yesterday because he got laid off or thinks that they can make more money. That's who we're not going to collaborate with. So and you've heard me in probably several lectures before, the difference between a competitor and a colleague. Testimonials. Customer testimonials are good word of mouth. I mean, social media is the new word of mouth. I still think word of mouth advertising is the best, but it's become social. And Mr. and Miss Smith talking about the hardscape job you did to somebody they see at the restaurant a week later, just takes longer to get out there. But Mr. and Miss Smith, who takes a picture of the patio you just installed for them, puts it on her Facebook page and tags you in it, spreads like wildfire. So that is word of mouth that's going social and going viral, and we need to make sure we're able to do that. These customer testimonials has a higher impact than the written word. If you could actually talk to Mr. and Miss Smith. Mr. and Miss Smith, how do you like the patio that we just installed for you? And they do a short thank you video for you, talking to you, and you put that on your YouTube, which goes to your Facebook, which goes to your Twitter. People are going to eat that up. It is so much better than them writing a thank you letter and you hanging it on the wall in your office. Subtitles but no annotations. Turn on auto captioning and edit the output for accuracy. This is pretty cool. I played with this the other night. You can do a video and YouTube will word for word put what you're saying in letters down below. But you do want to make sure that you don't add those pop-ups, which can be kind of annoying. But you can also, in the video itself, put subtitles. Halfway through your video, when if you did an introduction about your company and then moved into one of your super nice jobs you're proud of, you could title that job in the video where you want to. So all that can be played around with in your video manager, with the video manager within YouTube itself. Let's see. Add links and comments in the description. Again, links to your website, links to your other social media, and then comments about the job or comments from your customer. Beef up your Google account. I mentioned this at the beginning. They're linked. So make sure you've got that company profile complete, and then have a professional profile pic, or again, use your company logo. I like using the company logo for pretty much at all of my social media sites. I don't have a picture of me up. I have a picture of my logo. And I really recommend, hopefully you can see my mouse moving. I've got the Turf Teacher logo in white. I hired a graphics designer, which was very inexpensive. I actually paid him to design my logo, and he gave me the logo in all different colors and all different formats. And one of the formats I recommend using is the transparent. I think they call it the vector, which I could grab that logo. I can't now because this is a PowerPoint, but I could take that logo in white or the green yellow logo that I have, and I can insert it into a video. I can insert it on a picture, and that it's transparent. You can actually see the job site. I don't have this white box around it when I insert it into the video or the picture that we're using. So have someone, if you're not good at to design that logo, and have it in all the formats available for you to post on your social media. So just a quick note there. Spread the videos, post to all your social media sites, and spread the word about the video you just posted. Now, you should already have YouTube set up to post to Facebook immediately or on your Twitter. But the one thing I like about Snapchat and Instagram is you can come up and do this. Hey, just finished the new YouTube video. We've got it posted. And you can insert the link on the Snap or the Instagram story. And so people can see you talking, hey, just finished the video at Mr. and Miss Smith's house. New hardscape job we completed. Just looks wonderful. And then you can insert the video, and all they got to do is swipe up, and it takes you to takes them to your YouTube page where they can see the full video. So I do that with my lectures, especially at the college. I'll be like, hey class, Eric here, just finished the lecture on Plant Group 12. It's on YouTube, and they can scroll up. And but a lot of my students watch the videos just straight from YouTube. Even though within Blackboard, I can insert the YouTube video, it's easier for them just to go to YouTube on their phone because they're following me on the social medias. They'll know when the next lecture is up. I notify them that way. Just the same way you need to notify your clients that you've posted a new YouTube video. So let's get started. First, you need to create your business Gmail account for your YouTube channel. You got to have a Gmail account to get started on your YouTube page. And so what you're going to do, you create your username, use the Gmail account, or create another one, use your existing one or create another one, your YouTube and other social media sites. Experiment with names. And I do have a lecture on how to find your social media names. Now, let's stand back a moment and think about your company name. Most of you probably already have a website, and hopefully your website name is identical to your company name. Ours is, we run Elite Landscape Service, so we have the website name elitelandscapeservice.com. And just same thing with me and Turf Teacher. My Gmail account is turfteacher@gmail. My company name is Turf Teacher Incorporated. My website is turfteacher.com, and every single social media platform that I use, my username is Turf Teacher. And I had to play around with this because I'll admit, Turf Teacher was not the first name that I chose, which I'm glad that I am known as Turf Teacher now. I've been at the Green and Grow show. I've been in restaurants. I was at the barbershop the other day, and somebody came up to me and said, "You're the turf guy. You're the Turf Teacher guy I'm seeing on Facebook." I'm like, "Yes, sir, I am." I'm glad you noticed that. I really appreciate that. So I'm pushing that brand out there because my brand is the exact same name. So what I'd like for you guys to be able to do is, with your company name, your company website, see if the social media names are out there. Now, like I told you, I didn't choose Turf Teacher to begin with. I wanted to be Plant Professor. That's what I wanted to be known as, the Plant Professor. The website was gone, and about half the social media sites that I like using had that available. Instagram was gone. It was a little long for Twitter, because Twitter, your username can only be 15 characters, so PLANT. Yeah, I could use Professor. But it was available for Twitter, I think, not Instagram. Snapchat, it was available. The website was gone, and the Facebook page was gone. So I was like, I can't be the Plant Professor unless I have all of the usernames available. So I took out a scratch piece of paper and started jotting down names, loan lectures, but I didn't like that because it wasn't talking about me. It was talking about, it sounded like a group of lectures. I thought of landscape lecturer, but that was a little tongue-tying. And all of a sudden, one day, I thought Turf Teacher. And boom, I just latched onto it. And the website was available, the company name was available, and all the social media names were available. So do that. You can do that with namecheck.com. It's a website. Just Google NameCheck, and it'll come up, and it'll have all of the URL, the .coms, the .nets, the .us, all that. It'll search that for you and tell you which is available. And then just below it, it'll tell you which of the social media sites are available, except for Snapchat. You'll have to actually go to the Snapchat app and see if your name's available. So, but check that out. It's namecheck.com. Play around with usernames. Find one to fit your brand. Again, you're creating your Google account. Most of you have already done this or already have a Gmail set up. I know a lot of you guys that email me about the classes, their Gmails, and it's got your company name in it, so you're almost there. Here's one that we just come up with for this lecture. I'm using Tier 1 Turf at Gmail. I like the turf name, so I'm trying to stick to turf teacher, and so I'm thinking tier 1. That means we're the best at what we do. So tier 1 turf at Gmail. I've got that email set up. Create your username. Make sure you agree to the privacy and terms. Enter your phone number. They can send you a text message or call you back to verify your account. So we know how to do that. Welcome. Your new email address is tier1turf@gmail. Thanks for creating that Google account. Use it to subscribe to channels on YouTube, video chat for free, and save favorite places on Matt's, and a lot more. So you've created that Gmail. Now you can create that YouTube. And so Andy from Google is going to welcome you. And then create your YouTube. So up here at top, right here, for tier 1 turf, they're thinking tier is my first name, so it's there, but that's tier 1 turf. The little 9 squares up here, you'd want to click on the YouTube button to create your YouTube channel. And once you click on that, you're going to see this. You've got your sign in. That's where you would sign in. There's the little upload to upload your videos. Now we're logged in. That's tier 1. So you'd want to customize this. You could click on this right here, add your company logo and the information that needs to be. There's the upload your video. And so we've clicked on this. And here's another page that we had. And guys, I experimented quite a bit. That's the turf teacher at Gmail. But my channel, your creator studio, you can switch accounts if you've got multiple YouTube accounts. Now, I will admit I did create another one called Turf Tuber that we were going to do weekly videos, but I'm going to keep everything on Turf Teacher. So, and a lot of these, you know, we create at the college all the time for students to see. So I'm grabbing screenshots for that. But you got your channel. That's where all your videos will be posted. Creator Studios, when we're talking about adding the annotations or putting the links in your video. And so let's upload a video to your YouTube channel. All right, so again, we would sign in. We're signing in. Yeah, there's some crazy stuff that comes up when you log into YouTube. You can see what my search is about. Usually it's crazy animals or stolen valor. I love the guys that are going around catching the guys wearing military uniforms that were never in. So, all right. So this little button here, once we've clicked it, so you've gotten your video taken, and again, guys, you can do it with your phone. Everything about our social media can be done from our phone. You know, you can record right from your phone and post to your YouTube immediately, or if you feel more comfortable doing it with a video camera and then doing it from the computer, either way is fine. I think with YouTube, it's good to you know, probably maybe invest in a little camera. I use a GoPro quite a bit. I've got the stabilizer, which keeps the camera 100% still. I actually bought this for my wedding. I did get married last summer. My second marriage. Not ashamed to say that. I love my wife to death and get along, you know, with the ex for the kids. But we bought that camera to film the wedding because it was cheaper than hiring the photographer, and it takes gorgeous videos and gorgeous pictures, and so we can upload to any of the social media sites from that. But if you wanted to go YouTube live, you'd want to use your phone. So, but anyway, whatever you've done, now click in public, private, or unlisted is where you do it here. You select the files that you wanted to upload. We would want to be public if we're posting something about our landscape business because we want everybody to see. I use unlisted for my lectures because the college doesn't want people seeing the lectures unless they go through the college website and college Blackboard site. Private, nobody would ever see it unless you emailed them the link to see it. And then you could schedule it for when you wanted to come on there. And then you got the live stream over here. So all that can be done from your computer or from your phone. But I would recommend doing public because you guys are posting about your business. It's uploading and it'll take about 1 hour and 15 minutes. Now, guys, I have some lectures that I'll record a lecture that it may take, because I'm using Camtasia software, I'm having to bring in the PowerPoint, I'm recording the video of me talking about it. I'll record a 1 hour lecture. This is a 1 hour lecture. It'll take probably about 2.5 hours for the video to process on the computer that I have. I probably need to upgrade to a faster machine, but then it might take an hour, hour and a half for the 1 hour video to upload and process to YouTube. So the lectures, yes, take a lot longer. That's why I love doing the 5 to 10 minute videos or the live videos that doesn't take as long, and the content's out there quicker. It's a little bit different when you bring in the actual PowerPoints and stuff. But it's uploading. You've got you can name it right there. I did a lecture again about creating a YouTube page. There's your description. There's the tags that you would type in. We've got this one is unlisted, but we want it to be public for you guys. This video shows how students to set up and create a YouTube channel. It's a one I did for the college, but I typed in landscape contractor, irrigation contractor, social media, CEUs, business CEUs in the tags. There's my description, my title. It's still uploading. It's got about 4 minutes left. And processing done. And then you would click done. And then there it's going to give you your video. But again, you could already have it set up to post to your Facebook right away. Or you could go in and grab this link right here. And that's where you would copy paste. Hey, it's Turf Teacher. I just did a YouTube video on how to create a YouTube on my Snap story, and I can insert that link and they swipe up and it takes them to the video fairly quickly, instantaneously. So using it to push out to every social media site that I have. I've just completed a new YouTube. Go check it out. Again, there's the link. You could pop it to Facebook, Twitter, your Google+, even Blogger. I'm really not sure what that is. Tumblr and Pinterest. So, and guys, even though I don't use Tumblr and Pinterest, I do post to Tumblr sometimes just because Instagram will do it automatically. But I never log in. I just don't think it's that valuable for us right now. But I do have the names reserved. That way nobody else can claim Turf Teacher. So even if you're not using the social media and you plan on using it in the future, go ahead and grab your usernames and save it so nobody will grab it. Because you want your company name, your company website, and your social media sites to all have the same name. And sometimes that's possible, sometimes it's not. Like I said, all mine, Turf Teacher, is the same, but with the landscape company, we're Elite Landscape Service, Inc. The website was available, elitelandscapeservice.com, so we got it. And then all the social media stuff was gone. So we come up with the term Elite Landscaper. Dad still runs that part of the show. He is the landscaper in charge, so we come up with Elite Landscaper for all the social media for him. There's a preview, and this referenced to the small business community, the website. So that will wrap up this lecture. I appreciate you listening. Again, guys, YouTube is a very important tool that we can use to market ourselves. And again, please don't take YouTube and say, 10% off your first lawn cut or anything like that. Use it to push content about what you're doing. Let the general public and your clients get to know who you are and what your company's about by doing the short videos, the weekly webcast, the daily videos of just what you're doing. And I recommend getting on YouTube and just searching landscape companies. See what comes up, see the content that they're posting. You don't necessarily need to copy everything that they're doing, but what you can do is see what's getting the most hits, what's getting the most views, what's getting the most likes, and that's what people want to see from you. So don't mimic it. You can't beat what you copy, but you can see what other people are doing and make it a lot better. So anyway, thanks for watching this lecture, and I'll see you in the next one.